Hey folks, how are you? Good to be with you one more time. It's been a while since I made a video, so always nice to be back. Show you the latest stack of records. And what the heck, here we go. The latest one from Wolfgang Van Halen, Mammoth 2, I believe is what he's calling it, is the latest record I have. And I have his first album and really enjoyed it, and this one is just as solid as his first one. And it's funny I'm reviewing this right now because tonight, which is the Saturday, the 26th of August, he is in Sacramento, which is about an hour's drive from here, doing a show at a club called Ace of Spades. Wolfgang Van Halen is. And I saw him the last time he was in Sacramento, and he gave a hell of a show, and I slipped on tickets. I looked into him last week. Show's already sold out, so oh well, that's what I get for sleeping on it. But I love this album. It is so cool, so cool. So far, my favorite song is Take a Bow and Optimist. And Another Celebration at the End of the World's a cool song too. Those Miles Above Me, I'm Alright. Like I said, it's a good album. It's a damn good album. It's a solid release, just like his last one. Wolfgang writes really good music, and he plays all the instruments, so he's a very talented dude. And the guy writes a solid rockin' album. And I got it on yellow vinyl, or canary vinyl, I think it says, and then it's the label. This is just killer stuff, and like I said, on colored vinyl, maybe because it's rare. I mean, I would have been happy with black vinyl, but oh well, maybe if this is a limited pressing, something rare, it might not be such a bad idea to get this. I wish I was seeing him tonight. It's starting to kill me a little bit that I wasn't able to get any tickets because it's a sold out show, like I said. But oh well, I saw him there last time while he was promoting his first album, and man was he good. He was so good, so I'm sure he's going to kick some ass tonight. Alright, let's move on. This is a remaster from Marillion. The album is Season's End. Normally, this comes in a box set, because I have all the Marillion remasters, and they all came in a box set, you know, remastered album along with a live record from the time of the album. So, not this time, just a regular, just the new album, well, the remastered album only, Season's End. And this sounds spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. I love the remix on this. Of course, my favorite song is Easter. I love Easter, but the space is really good. Hooks and You. Holloway Girl is good. The song Season Ends really good, as well as The Uninvited Guest. I mean, really good music on this record. And this was like Hogarth's first album as lead singer after Fish had left the band. This is a 2-record set, and there is our album. Spectacular remaster, or remix I should say. That's what it says on here, remix, not remaster. It sounds great. It sounds absolutely great. They are one of my favorite bands. Their remasters are really well done, and I've been having a lot of fun collecting them. I believe this is the last one. Normally I see the box set in the record store and buy it. This time I only saw the album. But on my Marillion shelf, I am out of room. There's no way I could put another box set in there, so this is actually the way for me to go. If I do see the CD and DVD set, the booklet, the hardcover booklet, I will definitely get that. But I really loved what I heard. I mean, of course I own this album already, but this remix, this 2023 remix, it sounds absolutely spectacular. Like I said, it really comes alive. It's like owning a brand new album. It's like I was listening to this for the first time. It was spectacular, and like I've always dug the music of Marillion, and this remaster is a reason why. It's just top works, top works. All right, here we go. Let's move on. This is a live record. It's from Missing Persons, and it's called A Night in San Francisco. Was recorded live in 1982 when the band was promoting their first album, I believe. I don't know if it gave a venue in San Francisco. I do believe it was the Warfield Theater. And I've seen many great shows there. And I wish I could have seen them there during the early 80s. That would have been a great concert. There's the gatefold. Nice picture there in the gatefold. One record set. But it has a lot of the songs from their first album. Here's the insert. Another great looking picture there. And a little write-up about the band and the evening, the night, and the time. It was really nice. Let's see. Oh, it was the Warfield Theater. Recorded live at the Warfield Theater, San Francisco, December 28th, 1982. So that is the date we have and the venue. And it is on colored vinyl, purple vinyl. I believe this was a radio broadcast. I actually do have the Westwood One Radio Network album. And I think it had like 4 or 5 songs off of this. This is pretty much the whole show. So really, really glad to have this. This is going to be a big addition to my Missing Persons vinyl collection, because I got a lot of their albums and a ton of their 12-inch singles. And so happy to put this along with it. Mental Hopscotch. Noticeable One, Words, Tears. Those are my favorite songs from their first, around the time of their first album. Oh my god. And it also has the Here and Now live, which, the whole thing is live. And it just, oh my god, it sounds good. I have so much fun spinning this. It ends on the song Destination Unknown, which was one of their big hits back in the early 80s. This was a fun band to listen to, and I'm sure to watch too, because I have some live DVDs of Missing Persons, mainly when they were playing at the S Festival. They really sounded good on that day, and they sound great on this record. Absolutely great on this record. I am so glad I pulled the trigger on it. I am a pretty big Missing Persons fan. And this was such a cool record to put into the collection. I've been spinning it a lot of times in its entirety. I have a great time with this album. Absolutely great time. Let's do another live record from Dream Theater. They're kind of their live record series. What's it called? Lost Not Forgotten Archives is the name of their series, where they put out demos and rare live recordings. This is live at WAC in 2015, and this is a really good live recording. I actually love the energy on this live recording. Dream Theater's always been such a great live band, and there's some pictures there of the band. Really nice. And this set is really nice, really nice. I don't think it's colored vinyl. I think it's just black vinyl. Yeah. So there we go. Because it's a Dream Theater, there's not many songs on here. Afterlife and Metropolis Part 1 make up the first side, and Burning My Soul and Spirit carries on, side 2. And on the second record, side 1, As I Am and Panic Attack. And on the last side, Constant Motion and Bridges in the Sky. They're a really short list because these songs are so long. This also came with a CD, so it's a 2-record set plus a CD of the whole thing. And Dream Theater, killer live band. I've seen them many times, dating back to the 90s, and absolutely love this band. I'm glad these guys are still out there and tearing it up. They were just on tour earlier this summer. So they are still an active band. And they have been around so long, and they just do not let up. They are just as intense now as they were in the 90s. So really glad to collect these rare live recordings. I don't have all of them, but just the ones that really catch my eye. And I looked at the track listing of this and thought this would be cool to have in the collection, and sure is. This sounds great. Dream Theater. Alright, let's do some 80s bands, some 80s new wave. This is Tears for Fears. This is a remaster of their album The Hurting. As you can see, it is a Abbey Road Studios a remastering cut at half-speed mastering. So for the quality, the high quality of the sound. You know, I have a good used copy of this album. It is an upgrade to the used copy that I have, but I wouldn't say it's a huge upgrade. But this does sound good. It does sound good. Like I said, I don't think it's a huge upgrade to what I have. There's the inner sleeve with the lyrics printed on the back. It's on black vinyl. And there's our label there. Yeah, not a big upgrade, but it does sound good. I do like it. I was hoping, you know, that the sound would just floor me, but it is good. It is good. I don't want to say I'm disappointed, because I'm not, but yeah, I mean, I guess I was hoping. But Mad World sounds great on here, as well as Pale Shelter. I've always loved the song Change. Wonderful song, and they do sound great remastered with this half-speed mastering that they do. Oh, I'm really glad to have this. Now that I have this, I doubt I'm going to listen to my older used copies of this album now. I bought two of them because of the different covers, this and the one that was on the inner sleeve. This is an album. This is the other album cover, and you know, I was looking for, like I said, I was looking for a bigger improvement in the audio mix. It's just a slight improvement, but you know, they do clean up a lot on here, so I'm still glad I have this. Still very glad I have this. It's nice to have this because this is a great album, and it's great to have a upgraded treatment of it. Especially me being the big Tears for Fears fan I am. Really glad to have that in the collection. Here's an artist, an 80s solo artist that I just love buying his material. He puts out some great albums, and lately he's been putting out a lot of stuff, and I'm glad to have picked this up. This is Howard Jones. Howard Jones, and these are his BBC Radio 1 sessions from 1983 to 1987. So we got these really new alternative versions of some of his classic songs. Like, for instance, What Is Love, though it's titled as the word just love on here. Things Can Only Get Better, a really early version of that song, maybe before he recorded it, actually. And a lot of his other classic songs, like New Song and Natural and Humans Lib and Always Asking Questions, Dream into Action, Look Mama, No One Is to Blame, Conditioning. Really cool collection of BBC recordings from Howard Jones. This is also on a 2-record set. This is the inner sleeve. Really nice collection. It is on blue vinyl. And gorgeous looking record with some really fun music on it. Pleasure to listen to these. Me being the big Howard Jones fan, you kind of want to just get your hands on anything that's available. And yeah, as of lately, he's been putting out a lot of material, and it's been great to own it. And another write-up about him performing these songs at the BBC Radio. And this is, like I said, also, this is record 2, also blue vinyl. Wonderful mix. He was in the area recently with opening for Culture Club and also playing along with Berlin So Berlin, Howard Jones Culture Club. I was tempted to go to that show, but I've seen Berlin before. I've seen Howard Jones like 2-3 times already. I'm not a really big Culture Club fan, but I've been watching live clips from the show at various venues, and it actually looked like it was a fun summertime show. I probably would have walked out as soon as they started playing Karma Chameleon because I can't stand that song. But nonetheless, real glad to spin this album and own it. Good addition to the Howard Jones collection. This is actually really good. So really glad I got the BBC sessions from Howard Jones. We're going to end with Great White, another live recording. This is called Stage. I almost want to say Great White's almost like a guilty pleasure band for me. I've seen them live twice. The first time I saw them live was back in 1989. They opened for the band Tesla in Sacramento, and Tesla was filming a music video for their song Love Song for that show. So I was there when they filmed the video, and then of course they did their concert. And Great White opened, and I heard a few songs from Great White by that time. Wasn't really a fan yet. They actually impressed me. I thought they were a good band. They sounded good live, and I enjoyed them. And kind of turned into a fan right after that, and saw them one more time a couple of years later. And they are a good live band. I have to admit, I love seeing this band live. This is The Gatefold, just a short essay of this recordings. These are two different live recordings. Record 1 was recorded at the House of Blues in L.A. and House of Blues in L.A. in 1994. Then record 2 was recorded at the Celebrity Theater in Anaheim in 1993. So we got two different live recordings on this set, and they're both in clear vinyl. I'll just show you one record because they look exactly alike. So on clear vinyl, this is actually a really nice set. And I don't know who recorded these live recordings. They sound very, very good. I mean, it almost sounds like a studio recording. It is a really well done live recording we have here. One song I was really happy to see that was on the selection was their song Sail Away, which is on the first record. And Sail Away, it's a 90s song, came out in the early 90s. Always loved the guitar and the voice and the conga on that song. It's a really cool song, and I'm really glad to have a live recording of it on vinyl. I keep playing just that song over and over and over, and they do a great live version of it. This was actually a really good live band. And right after that is House of Broken Love, Congo Square, Afterglow. They make the best songs on side for record 1. For the second record, we have Face the Day and Old Rose Motel. Their cover of Led Zeppelin's Baby, I'm Gonna Leave You. And of course, Rock Me and Once Bitten, Twice Shy. Ends with a great live version of Love Is a Lie. Like I said, some really great recordings. I mean, it is a wonderful sounding live recording. This is an excellent package. I'm really glad I pulled the trigger on it because, like I said, they're kind of a guilty pleasure with me. I wouldn't say they were my favorite band back in the day, back in the late 80s, early 90s, but I always was curious when they released a new album to hear it, and it was always at least 2 or 3 songs that really stood out to me on every one of their albums, and enough to want to see them live. And when I did see them live, I was really impressed with actually how good they are live. They're a really good band live. Jack Russell's a good singer live. It's just unfortunate what happened to the band in the mid-80s. They had an accident at one of their concerts where the venue caught fire and burned down to the ground, causing some deaths and some accidents, and just bad luck followed the band everywhere after that. And I mean, they're still around. The singer started his own version of Great White. I think some of the original members of the band started their version of Great Whites. So you got 2 different versions of Great White touring out there, which is a little confusing. Some bands do that. Queensryche has done it. I think Styx done it too. It's sad when that happens. Why can't bands just stick together? It's so crazy. But anyway, this is back in the 90s when it was a lot of fun to see this band live. It probably still is fun to see them. It's just not the same anymore because, like I said, you got two versions of the band touring and doing shows actively. I wish they would just bury the hatchet and fix the problems that they're having and just go out as Great White. Not two different versions of Great White. But anyway, great live set. Glad to have it. Alright, that's going to do it. That's just my little stack of records there. Please leave me some comments, and any comments you got on these records. Let's have a little discussion. I love talking about all these bands and all these albums because they're such fun to listen to, and I love talking with and hanging with record collectors. All right, that's gonna do it, folks. Hope you're all well. See you at the next video.